Hi, it's Evan Roberts of Roberts Pianos Houston here, and I have a Yamaha Console in stock from Japan. It looks like an American piano, but they originally made them in Japan. It's from 1979, 1980s, around there. First thing I wanted to show you why I have the full board at the bottom off is firstly, it's very nice, and secondly, it has down inside the serial number is down in there. So sometimes you can't find your serial number, it's because it's written on the soundboard. Sometimes it's stamped on the soundboard. Sometimes it's there. I just wanted to show you that first. The next thing I wanted to show you is just the cabinet, so we're going to look through the cabinet real quick. The bench has got a few little scratches on it. We could have the top refinished, we may do, but sorry. The top has some scratches on it, and there's damage here on here we need to repair on the bench. That needs to be repaired. I think I got one of those lying around. And there's some little things here and there we could probably touch up a bit. We haven't touched up the bench yet, so we just need some touching up. Now the cabinet, the piano, it's in very good shape overall. There's one mark here, some kind of heat damage on the top here. And there's some very light fading. There's some fading, just different tones of wood, and I think maybe it's a position of the piano, or maybe it's a design, not quite sure. I believe this looks like it's faded, but it's got the clear coat on it, so maybe that was the original color. Not quite sure on there. You can see the bench is slightly lighter. Maybe that got faded, this darker tone here, so it's got some kind of different tones to the wood. Which there's some small markings on some parts, like a little bit of damage here on the leg, and right there. But so we'll have a look on the inside. Actually, the inside of the piano is overall in excellent shape. The hammers, you can see everything looks pretty good condition. All the felts, they're not humidity damaged, they're not swollen, they're not dried out or cracking. The tapes, like the red, is like they're new pretty much. So the straps, there's no mold, there's no water damage. The hammers still got the original shape. It's almost like it came in a package, so that's good. And I don't think they've been refaced, because when you reface the hammer, they get smaller, and these hammers look the original size to me. There's no markings on the hammers where the sandpaper's taken off the hardening here, and there's no, you can still see the hardener, almost looks brand new. It has a Celeste rail on it, which is a piece of felt here, and it has a nice dampers. They look good as well. So we listen to the piano. Has a nice bite to the tone. It's bright, but it's not hard. Not a bad bass for the small size. I mean, it's only about 30 something inches tall, and its bass is good for the size. It's good enough to play, really. The bass is good enough to come out, but not massive. Like a taller piano will have a bigger bass and a slightly more tone, but it's got a nice rich tone to it. I like these pianos. I actually think that they're slightly better than the Baldwins from the same period, 80s, 70s. I think the Yamaha Console have a better sound. I'm not sure if it's the hammers or the bridge or the soundboard, but I personally feel that they have a slightly better sound to the American Baldwin consoles, and I've got quite a few of those in stock, and they're good. And the newer ones, like 90s and 2000s, are excellent. So this is slightly superior tone-wise and touch-wise. Now, if we look down inside here, you might see it or you might not, but the straps on the back of the springs of the hammer are broken, which is a shame, because the action is perfect. But that material they use to hold the spring in place is old, and they would break eventually, so we need to replace those. They're called flanges. that needs replacing. The keys, everything there just needs some adjusting. The action needs is regulating normally, but there's nothing to restore. And we'll just restore the flanges. Really even tone for a small piano. Now with the Celeste roll down, if you press that down, you get a different sound for practicing at night time. Okay, one of the ways you can tell the flanges are broken on a Yamaha is you can hear a little ticking sound. I don't know if you can hear that on the recording, but it goes tick, 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 tick. And that's because the springs come off, and it's touching the rail. It's touching the damper stop rail. So that's what's going click all the time. But apart from that, once we've changed those, it's a long job. If you buy a piano from us, we always do that on a Yamaha. It's a big job because you have to take all the hammers off. You have to change the flanges. They're expensive, but replace them it's time more than anything. You've got to put them all on, and they have to have the same amount of friction on them, and then you have to align the hammer to the string so that the angle doesn't change when you put the new flange on. So that's a lot of work, but the piano's worth it. We'll do that, and we'll put it on the website. You can come and try it. Let us know if you're coming before. If it's soon after this video, make sure you tell us so that the flanges have been changed. Or you can come and hear it now before we take the action out, change them. It should take us about 2 weeks to do it. Thanks for watching. My name is Evan Roberts. See you soon. Bye bye.